Welcome back to Flame and Comfort with Manitoba Pork and Susan Reese. And so we've done our pinwheels, and now we are moving on to something that just seems so incredibly exotic. You've got so much going on here, but you assure us it's healthy, it's going to be fast as well, and just oh so comforting based on what I can smell so far.
Absolutely,
so let's get started.
Okay, so we're going to start off our soup with a pork shoulder blade roast. So I'm using this because it's nicely marbled, as you can see. And by butchering it yourself or cutting the cubes yourself, you're guaranteed to get even-sized cubes.
And you said the size of the cube is actually pretty important.
Yes, the size actually matters.
Okay.
And so we're cutting these about 3/4 of an inch.
Okay.
And you want about, maybe start off with a 3-pound roast, and then you'll end up with about 2.5 pounds once you've done all the cutting and maybe taken some of the extra fat off that you don't want. But you want that marbling throughout because it's going to be really make the meat nice and tender.
Right, and then the cooking time of the pork is also very important as well for this recipe.
Right, exactly. So that's another reason we don't want the cubes too big, because unlike a stew, we're actually not cooking this for a super long period of time.
Right.
Okay, so then once you've got your cubes done, again, great to do the night before. We would brown them in some oil for just 5-10 minutes, just so that they're nice and brown.
Okay.
You want to do this in batches, because if you put too many of the cubes into the pot at one time, you're going to end up boiling your meat because too much moisture is going to come out.
Oh, I see. Okay.
So you want to do that in batches, and then just remove it to a plate until you're ready to add them back in.
All right, cool. So is this deglazing that we're doing right now?
Yes.
Deglaze.
So after we've cooked our cubes, we're going to add our onion right in there and brown our onion.
Peak of the market onion.
Yes.
Always wonderful.
And then we're going to deglaze with some rice wine vinegar.
Very good. Okay.
It's hard to
say
that.
This is just sort of perks
slowly.
the flavor up a little bit and sort of, I guess, marries very well with all of these other
so
beautiful
this is
things
a
you have.
Vietnamese sort of based pork stews or soup, pardon me. So rice wine goes very well with that.
Perfect, yep.
And it helps take all of those nice crusty bits that are going to end up flavoring your broth
so good.
off the bottom.
Oh, it's so beautiful.
Yeah, so you're just going to deglaze your pot using that. And then we're going to start adding all of our other ingredients.
So what do you all have here? Because there's a lot.
So we've got a lot of stuff. Just turn this up a little bit. So we've got some red pepper flakes and some turmeric.
Okay. I always love the color of anything that you...
Yeah, turmeric gives a great color.
Yeah.
Then we're going to add some lemongrass.
Okay, just stop everything for a sec. So lemongrass, there's a couple ways you can go with this. You can use this deal, right? Which is the lemongrass. When I say deal, I mean lemongrass.
This is the actual stock of lemongrass. So if you buy this in the store, this is kind of like a corn husk. You have to peel the outer layers off. And on the inside, there's just a very tender core.
That you would just sort of strip out of there.
Yeah, and then you just chop it up. If you can't find it, you can always try to look for lemongrass paste. So that's an easy out.
Awesome.
We're going to add some ginger and garlic.
Okay.
Stir that up. Maybe I'll just get you to stir while I add. And then we're going to add our sweet potato next.
Oh, yeah.
So I'm going to throw all those in. So we want to cut those about an inch.
Okay.
We've got some chicken broth.
And I know some honey is going in here eventually. That's going to be so nice.
Water.
Just like all of the sweet potato and the honey and the...
Right, and then we've got the honey, just to give it a bit of sweetness. And then of course we have to add our pork cubes back in.
Yeah.
So we're gonna do that, and then we would just let this whole thing simmer for about 10 minutes.
That's it.
Put the lid on, stir it up, 10 minutes.
Now, baby bok choy, right? This is next. This is step number, I guess, 3 if you're doing it in segments, right?
So after 10 minutes, after this is simmered, you're gonna turn down the heat, let that simmer, put the lid on. You're gonna add your bok choy and your cilantro.
They're so cute. Look at them. They're just like so cute.
And it looks like a lot, but it really cooks down.
Right.
So you'll see with our finished soup, just how much everything has actually cooked down. Your sweet potato will be done, your pork will be done to perfection.
And I gotta tell you, like this, it just smells absolutely amazing. It was sweet. It's kind of almost got like a citrusy sort of smell to it.
Absolutely.
And absolutely wonderful.
It's got a little bit of let's say heat too, but not.
And you can
but
add
spice,
if
yeah.
you want. So why don't we just do that? We just chuck the whole thing in?
Yeah,
Okay,
put
perfect.
the whole thing in.
Okay, so it just got a little bit hotter. Flame and comfort. Well, that's the name of the game tonight with Manitoba pork. And when we come back, we're really gonna get going.
Oh
we're
my
gonna
gosh.
flambe, baby. Flambe pork medallions with pears when we come back on Great Tastes of Manitoba.
You're watching Great Tastes of Manitoba, brought to you in part by greattastesmb.ca. Local farms, local foods.